they pulled out a gun, just loaded on us, and hit me in my side. The other one went through my arm, shattered my elbow.
I never had a family, you know. I never saw my brothers or sisters, and I just felt like the world was, you know, didn't really care too much about what would happen to me.
I was basically stealing from my mom, stealing from stores, hanging around, drinking beer already, smoking cigarettes. Didn't really care.
When I first got locked up, I was angry at everybody. I hated everybody. I thought my mom was the meanest woman in the entire world for putting me there.
And my mom got locked up for theft and assault. She's in Chino right now.
Thinking of like having a big stereo system, and we knew this house had one, so we planned it to go at night and stuff, and jacket and stuff. That's what we did.
My brother's the main game banger, but there I don't even talk to him. He's the one that supplies all the drugs and everything.
I was getting involved with the wrong people, and the wrong people were leading me to bad examples with guns and shooting at people.
If it weren't for Valley Teen Ranch, I would probably be dead.
We're in the people business. To me, there's nothing more important than working with a young child. We can save a life, and then that life can save other lives and continue on, one life at a time.
What a difference from the city where most of our kids come. Out here, the emus, the horses, the coyotes, the birds, and at night the stars are just so beautiful. It's very peaceful out here. And that's one of the things that makes a huge difference in the lives of the kids when they come to live with us.
When they come, there's a lot of anxiety about obviously being away from home. It's a new environment, new people, not knowing anybody, and they're being placed into a home with 9 other boys that they have to learn how to get along with.
Valley Teen Ranch is an environment that brings the best from our community to the kids that have had it the worst.
Most of these kids that come here to Valley Teen Ranch that I've seen in common with all of them is that they come from broken homes. The father figure, the role model, is missing in the home. Along with that comes the issues of gangs, drugs, and an abused lifestyle.
In law enforcement, our job is necessary, the enforcement, the arrest of people. But I would much prefer that we reach our children at a younger age and keep them out of the criminal justice system. And programs that reach our youth like Valley Teen Ranch are so needed today, more than ever before, because so many of our youth are lost.
When you're in incarceration, either in juvenile hall or youth authority, you don't have any house parents, you don't have any parenting. You're just there to squabble amongst the kids and get along and try and not get in a fight and survive, and there's really no room to mature or anything, and here you have a household. You have 2 parents that are actually actively looking out for you and care about you.
What a great place for them to be. We came here in 1987 and we plan on staying forever. And I hear from kids all the time saying, thank you so much for what you did for me at Valley Teen Ranch. I learned how to work. I learned how to have fun. I learned how to play. My life is so different because of the time that I spent at Valley Teen Ranch.
All the staff here has one thing in common, and that's empathy. They all want to be here. We want to work with him. We understand that, he's coming from sometimes pretty bad situations at home. And so we try to build a relationship with the kid, and it's out of the relationship, the context of that relationship, that we really feel like we can do the most work.
Staff right here talk to me a lot, knowing my background. They really want to change me, and it's not up to them, it's up to me. So I'm ready to go the extra way to change.
I understand now that they're just looking out for me, and because you can get hours for anything here. Hours is another system too, or if you say like the F word, they give you 8 hours of work, and see all these weeds out here? You'll be out here pulling them for about 8 hours.
They get up in the morning about 6 and make their beds, have breakfast around the table all together. have a life skills class based on Proverbs. But there's a lot of life skills in that book of Proverbs about work, about being calm and being kind. So that happens. Then they go to school right here on site. And then classes usually end around 2 in the afternoon. And that's the basic academics, the language arts, the math, the science, the geography, phys ed. And we incorporate into our curriculum also our gang intervention and our anger management classes. And it's kind of rotated on an 8-week course basis.
This Valley Teen Ranch is based on a Christian organization, and they tell you that in your interview. So, I mean, when you come here, everything stays at the gate.
The staff here, even though they're younger, they do have a lot of spiritual awareness.
God's the primary component here. You know, we believe that He ultimately is the one that can help these kids make the change, lasting change, and really provides them a meaning and purpose in their life, in all of our lives that we need. So I think that's a vital ingredient, what we offer.
Prayer was actually something that was new to me, and I learned how to do when I was here. And prayer is a great form of talking with God and having Him talk back to you through what you know is to be the truth and what He reveals to you, and just to straighten you out and to correct and show you things in your life.
It's keeping me, you know, away from the drugs, away from all my old homeboys, and basically putting my life straight towards the Lord.
It ain't gonna get you nowhere if you're in a gang. So I mean, my Christian relationship with God, I hope that it develops more.
The boys are awesome. All they are young kids that have been misdirected and have made some bad choices. They have a learned behavior that can be unlearned and become productive members of society.
My goal right now, main goal, is to graduate from high school. Catch up with my credits and go to high school and graduate. And then from there I can talk about going to college.
I want to become a probation officer, but you know, it's kind of hard. I've been through all this crime stuff. But see, I'm going to graduate this year from high school, hoping they let me go to college.
But I want to go to college, get a double major in theater and psychology, and hopefully from there I can become a counselor with a psychology degree.
Their concern is a kid who writes back 10 years later and says, I got a job, I got a wife, I've got kids of my own, the cycle is broken. That's what Valley Teen Ranch is about.
Been away from Valley Teen Ranch. Well, I was looking on the board. I graduated in '88, so I've been away for about 14 years. And I live in Seattle. And I'm a diesel mechanic. I work for the local transit agency, so I work on buses. And I own a house. I have affiliations at the temple that I go to. And I'm still single, but we're looking to fix that.
Faith-based organizations' business is to change and save lives. That's their mission statement. I believe in getting the resources into the hands of the people who do what they do the best. There's a lot of worthwhile organizations out there, but if you're looking for one that works, that is changing lives day in and day out, Valley Teen Ranch is one of those organizations without a doubt.
You may be sitting there wondering, how could I help? It sounds like you're doing a great job. Is there anything I could do to help you, to help these kids? Absolutely there is. If you want to become a donor to our Valley Teen Ranch, a monthly donor, an annual donor, if you know foundations or service clubs or churches that would like to become financial partners with us and prayer partners with us, that's an opportunity. Or maybe you want to be a volunteer at Valley Teen Ranch. Maybe you want to be the one who comes and gives haircuts. Maybe you'd like to be the one that helps with our automotive class or our woodworking class. Actually, those aren't happening right now because we don't have a teacher to help our boys in those areas. Or you'd like to be a tutor or a mentor to our kids once they leave us. Or you'd like to be a foster parent, helping one child at a time in your home, with your family, doing the things that you do every day, with support from our staff and with financial reimbursement. So those are some of the opportunities that you could be a part of to be involved with us at Valley Teen Ranch. Give us a call and we'll plug you in.